Suspicious smell under investigation in Walla Walla. We're tracking the investigation that's now been going on for more than 24 hours.
And a beautiful night ahead, a warm up this weekend for the final weekend of summer. Then it's going to feel more like fall. I'm tracking your First Alert weather forecast.
And get ready to possibly shell out more cash for power bills. We're talking about that tonight at 6:30.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. The suspicious odor at the Marcus Whitman Hotel is still under investigation tonight. Apple Valley News Now's Ana Trejo has the latest from Walla Walla.
Downtown Walla Walla is still open, but just a few feet away, these signs and police tape indicate that the Marcus Whitman Hotel is still under investigation and remains closed.
It all started Thursday night around 5:30. People reported a strong chemical odor coming from the basement of the hotel. Out of caution, the hotel was evacuated. When people reported a strong odor coming from the basement, the Walla Walla Fire Department was immediately called to see if they can find the source of the smell. The city of Walla Walla says it was determined the odor was not natural gas or propane. However, readings taken from the basement indicated potential unsafe conditions.
Behind me is the Marcus Whitman Hotel. Crews have shut down several city blocks during this investigation, and as you can see, it hasn't stopped downtown Walla Walla from staying open and busy.
Many people we spoke to in downtown Walla Walla were curious about the details. When we spoke to the city manager of Walla Walla, Brendan Koch declined to go on camera and will not share any further details that was already made public. At least one gas station near the hotel has its gas pumps turned off during this investigation.
The investigation at the Marcus Whitman Hotel is still ongoing. It is not clear yet when they will open. Reporting from Walla Walla, Ana Trejo, Apple Valley News Now.
Thanks, Anna. Tonight, we're keeping a close eye on two wildfires burning between Yakima and Ellensburg in the Yakima River Canyon. The Rosa Slope and South Slope fires have burned a combined 700 acres. At last check, containment remained at 60%. There's still no word tonight on what sparked those fires. And it is still late summer. It's very dry out there. Stacey Lee is talking about some heat on the way in your First Alert weather forecast.
That's right, the final weekend of summer. It is dry. It is going to be hot. Right now, 88 on our Dust-Double Geisa sky cam. Feels like 84. Winds are light, and our sunset tonight at 7:08. So again, get ready for a nice warm weekend. Could be the last time you see those upper 80s and 90s for the rest of the year. Right now, it's 85 in Yakima, 86 in Prosser, 88 in Pendleton, as well as Walla Walla, 83 in Dayton. Temperature trend again, we're trending above the average of 81 degrees in the Tri-Cities, and then gradually we're going to drop down a good 10 degrees below the average into next week. Yakima, again, the trend is to be above average for a few days. Average there 80, dropping well below that average into the early part of next week. So you might want to start getting out the warmer clothing. Yakima tonight looking nice, 68 at 9 p.m. Tri-Cities, a beautiful night there, 68 at 9 o'clock tonight. In Walla Walla, again, a clear, beautiful night. Do a little stargazing, 66 by 9. Here's what's coming up. Clear and cool tonight. Calm winds and starry skies. That weekend warm up is upon us, and then a much cooler week next week. More details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Washington Representative Cathy McMorris Rodgers helped pass a federal bill this week that would block states from banning the sale of gas-powered cars. Now, currently, 17 states, including Washington, have placed restrictions on automakers that would essentially ban the sale of gas-powered cars, new gas-powered cars, by 2035. The goal is to lower carbon emissions all across the state, but McMorris Rodgers' office says this proposal specifically would block the EPA from issuing waivers for regulations that ban the sale of or use of new cars with gas-powered engines. McMorris Rodgers released a statement saying, quote, Governor Inslee's obsession with rush to green mandates, banning everything from gas-powered cars to furnaces and stoves, is chipping away at our freedoms and forcing families to purchase expensive alternatives they can't afford and don't want, end of quote. That proposal now heads to the Senate for a vote. Starting next year, people who buy health insurance individually in Washington will see higher costs by an average of 8.9%. That has some people concerned. Michelle Welch retired last year and her family is now on a fixed income. She says her health insurance has been with Kaiser for many years, but when she heard about rising health insurance costs, she said her stomach dropped.
You know, we may have to go on state aid, like go to CHAS clinics or things like that. And right now my insurance covers everything that I need to have covered, get great health care, but if it keeps going up, we won't be able to afford it.
Washington Insurance Commissioner Mike Kreidler says the reason the insurance rates are going up in 2024 is because of what he calls medical inflation, as costs for chronic care, pharmaceuticals, and post-COVID care are all going up. He says the state of Washington is working on ways to lower the rates, but for now, he recommends finding out more about your current plan, making sure that any future plan provides the doctors and drugs that you need. The commissioner says if you actually see a price difference next year, it depends on your individual health care plan and the rate you're paying right now. Now to an electric bike recall impacting e-bikes sold by Lectric. That recall due to an issue with the mechanical brakes. The company says that the e-bike's mechanical disc brake calipers can cause riders to lose control, and that can cause a crash hazard. There have been 4 reports of riders losing brake power, 2 injuries involving scrapes and a broken bone. Some models purchased between November of 2022 and last May are included in the recall. The company will contact consumers directly, but you can also check on lectricbike.com to see if your bike is part of the recall and get a free repair kit if it is. You'll find the bike's model name printed on the rear rack. A study published this week says the drug MDMA, which is also known as Molly or ecstasy, shows potential for treating PTSD when it's used in combination with talk therapy. The company that sponsored the research says it's planning to ask for government approval to sell the drug. Now that could be a long process. The DEA would have to reclassify MDMA, which right now is part of the same group of drugs as heroin, marijuana, and LSD. Then the FDA would also have to approve using it to treat PTSD. Another potential PTSD treatment now being offered in Oregon is psilocybin, which is the chemical that makes magic mushrooms magic. There are just 4 people licensed to grow magic mushrooms in Oregon, which legalized them several years ago. There are 10 licensed service centers across the state. The treatment became available to the public earlier this year. Now, if you want to take psilocybin, it has to be at a clinic under supervision of a therapist.
There's a lot of unknowns to this work right now. And so clients are, we're making sure that they're informed about those unknowns, as well as the potential benefits or potential risks of consuming psilocybin.
And this kind of journey is not for the faint of heart. You have to know what you're getting into.
Now, you don't need a prescription or a referral for this treatment, but you may need to be patient. Many service centers have hundreds or even thousands of people on their wait lists, and treatment can cost thousands of dollars. Hundreds of students were welcomed back to campus at Central Washington University today. Welcome Weekend actually started on Thursday. This is mostly first-year students for the first half of Welcome Weekend. Returning and transfer students are welcomed in on Sunday. Every year, Central Washington University brings out the volunteers to help the process go smoothly. The director of housing at Central says CWU is a residential experience, and the movers and shakers add to that welcome in.
Having students here and living it here is such an important part of their college journey and who they're going to be and who they are going to become, and we get to be a part of that as they move into the residence halls and meet their RA and they meet their neighbors, and you can see the movers and shakers. So our volunteers that are helping do move in are students and faculty and staff and community members that are part of that welcome and saying welcome to Ellensburg and welcome to Central.
2,000 students are moving into residence halls over the weekend with help from these movers and shakers. Now, according to officials, Central has had this welcome committee for more than 30 years, helping first-year students into one of Central's 20 residence halls. Tonight's events also include a welcome back barbecue on campus and more planned throughout the weekend. It's all to get students ready to head back to class as the fall quarter begins Wednesday, September 20th. Fighting an invasive pest in eastern Washington, the tool you can use to identify the correct insect coming up. And crowds gather in reaction to comments and laughter from a police officer regarding a woman who was hit and killed by another officer. That's new tonight at 6:30. Plus, an event sure to attract bookworms. Learn who will be at a book signing event this weekend in Yakima. And we're tracking a weekend warm-up following conditions that will feel like fall. Stacey Lee has your first alert forecast next on Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Who is Culligan? Your local water experts since 1936. The world's most efficient water softener. Safer drinking water in every glass. Convenient, reliable delivery. Industry-leading technology. Here for every water worry.
Our customers depend on us for everything. We grow well over 200 different crop varieties, and there's tremendous diversity within our trade territory. We spend a lot of time and work a lot with our customers on enhancing and utilization of the products that John Deere offers. From a technology perspective, we do what we say every single day.
Are your closets overflowing? Is your garage filled with things you no longer need? When you donate to Goodwill, you're not just clearing space in your home, you're creating opportunities for those in need. By donating or shopping at Goodwill, you actively contribute to local employment opportunities and help individuals find work within your community. So donate your gently used items to Goodwill, and together we can transform lives and build a brighter future. Goodwill. There's more behind the store.
This is where the big steps in life meet the small moments that make each day familiar. Where they have their first day. Where we share our favorite spots. Like you, we call this place home. We're here to help you take the worry about how you get there, so you can focus on finding your way home.
Find your way home in a new, used, or certified pre-owned vehicle from McCurley Mazda.
Welcome to Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. How may I help you?
A large pepperoni pizza, please.
Every pizza is made fresh from scratch daily using our family dough and sauce recipe.
You'll love Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the plaza at 24 and now Pale.
Another power bill that has you scratching your head? Let Precision Sheet Metal come to the rescue with AeroSeal. AeroSeal is a revolutionary technology that uses aerosol-based duct sealant to actively find and repair all the leaks, cracks, and gaps in your ductwork. How will that help? Improved efficiency, enhanced comfort, improved indoor air quality, and cost savings. Call Precision Sheet Metal today and find out how AeroSeal can make your home the place to be all year long.
The Labor Day sale has been extended this week at all Walker's Furniture stores with some of the biggest discounts of the year, or 5 years no interest financing with no money down, so you can leave your checkbook at home and pay for it later. Get drastic discounts on all bedroom and comfortable new living room furniture with big savings on our large selection of mattress sets, including Beauty Rest hybrid sets, making it the perfect time to furnish your life for less during the final week of savings at Walker's.
Welcome to Tony's Big Cheese Pizza. How may I help you?
A large Mexicana pizza, please.
Every pizza is made fresh from scratch daily using our family dough and sauce recipe.
You'll love Tony's Big Cheese Pizza in the plaza at 24 and now Pale.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
United Auto Workers have gone on strike against the big three automakers, and this job action could cost the industry billions of dollars in lost revenue. Ivan Rodriguez reports on the potential ripple effects to suppliers and local economies.
As the clock strikes midnight, workers walk off the job at the Ford Assembly plant in Wayne, Michigan, a GM plant in Wentzville, Missouri, and the Stellantis Assembly plant in Toledo, Ohio. Targeted strikes designed to hit profit centers at all three automakers.
This strategy will keep the companies guessing, and if we need to go all out, we will.
Part of the United Auto Workers Union's demands include an immediate 20% raise, followed by 4 additional 5% raises, restoring cost of living increases, and retiree health care coverage for all hires.
I'm not greedy. I just want to make sure that my family is provided for and make sure that we can eat, bills paid.
So far, Ford has offered a wage increase of 20% during the life of the contract, which the company called generous. GM also offered a 20% increase and Stellantis 17.5%.
I'm very frustrated because I think we had an offer that resonates with our people.
President Joe Biden backed the UAW on Friday, sending senior advisor Gene Sperling and Deputy Secretary of Labor Julie Su to Detroit to assist with the negotiations.
The bottom line is that auto workers help create America's middle class. They deserve a contract that sustains them in the middle class.
That was Ivan Rodriguez reporting. We'll keep an eye on this story and bring you any developments as they happen. In environmental news, we know the Japanese beetle is a destructive and invasive pest that can damage crops and gardens. But do you know how to spot one? Washington State's Department of Agriculture recently released a chart showing what the pest looks like and how to differentiate it from other similar looking critters. There's that chart right there. Quarantine efforts against the beetle have taken place in our region, but we're still getting sightings. So you can learn more or report a Japanese beetle sighting on the Washington Department of Agriculture's website.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And happy Friday. It's been a beautiful day, nice and warm out there, and still seeing warm temperatures on our Giesa Dust Devil Skycam. 88 degrees. Winds are light at 5 miles per hour. And there we go. We lost 2 minutes of daylight. Our sunset tonight at 7:08. And again, we're going to have a beautiful weekend with a warming trend, slightly warmer. Temperatures around the area still nice and warm. Seeing lots of 8s out there. 88 Tri-Cities, Walla Walla, Pendleton, 87 Toppenish, 85 in Yakima, it's 83 in Ellensburg. Great weekend for some Coug football. And again, if you're heading out to Martin Stadium in Pullman this weekend, look at those temperatures. It's going to be a beautiful day for tailgating. Lots of fun. Again, kickoff at 2, halftime around 3:30. Drive home, still 84 degrees. So very, very warm. Stay hydrated out there. And again, enjoy that game. Let's take a look at satellite and radar. Again, the ridge of high pressure, severe clear, I like to call this. Again, look at that. Just not a cloud in the sky now. There is a system brewing out in the Pacific, out to the North Pacific, I should say. And that's going to start gradually moving in. It's going to be bringing a cooling trend with it. But that's not going to start to impact us until late Sunday into Monday. And you'll see those temperatures drop off pretty substantially. We are going to see a little bit of clouds moving across the Cascades late Sunday and into our region. We could see some showers in the upper levels of the Cascades, more than likely going to stay dry in the lower elevations until later in the week. Let's take a look at our futurecast winds. It's been breezy a lot in the Kittitas, Yakima Valley's Gorge. It's going to be nice and calm pretty much all weekend long. On Sunday, though, we'll start to see those winds picking up in the Columbia Basin along the foothills of the Blues. And as the day progresses, we'll see those gusty winds. And again, that cold front starting to move through the area. Here's our 24-hour temperature trend. Again, we're in the 60s, dropping down into the 50s late tonight, overnight, gradually climbing up close to 90 degrees in Yakima. So a beautiful day ahead with sunny skies. Tri-Cities a little warmer tonight, but we get pretty chilly, especially around 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll eventually climb up again to about 90 degrees with sunny skies. Starry night tonight. Get outside, enjoy. Temperatures are going to be good for sleeping again, comfortable. 49 in Sunnyside, 52 in Yakima, 49 overnight in Toppenish. In the Tri-Cities in Columbia Basin, Prosser 51 as well as Hermiston. The cooler spot is Tri-Cities at 49, Moses Lake 51 tonight. Overnight in the foothills of the Blues, Dayton and Walla Walla 54, and a cooler 49 there in Pendleton. Let's take a peek at our temperatures for tomorrow. Again, this is warm days. Might be the last day we see those 90s, so say goodbye because summer's just about gone. We actually will hit autumn late Friday night, so the official first day of autumn on Saturday. Again, temperatures around the region in the 90s. Planning your day tomorrow, looking beautiful. Again, a little chilly to start with. Winds are going to be light through the area. A little warmer in Walla Walla to start the day at 58, 92 by 4 o'clock, dropping down to 73. And in Yakima, again, 57 to start. You'll be in the warmest part of the day around 4, cooling down into the 70s there. Your short-term forecast into the weekend, 90s to the 80s to the 70s in just 3 days. That's the weather trend going on. In the Tri-Cities, again, we stay in the 90s, drop down to the 80s, so a full 10 degrees in just a short period of time. And in Walla Walla, 90s, 80s, and also 70s. Again, look for those increasing clouds on Sunday. Could see some light showers in the upper elevations of the mountains. And again, we'll start to see those winds pick up as well on Sunday. More to get to, including your travel forecast that's coming up. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacy. And coming up, an attraction this weekend for those who love literature. Details next on the book signing event coming up in Yakima. You're watching Apple Valley News Now at 6.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry. Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultima's fuel-efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SR-VC Turbo.
Get 2.9% APR for 36 months on most 2024 Cadillac models. Visit your Yakima and Tri-Cities Cadillac dealer today.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, pai gow, heads up hold'em, or high card flush, and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino, where the locals play.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the four-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
That sound. Wolves. Boy, they sound hungry. Load up, wolves! Good thing this Ford Explorer has Sync 3 technology. Keeps them entertained on the way to dinner.
Get a great deal on an Explorer, only at your local Ford dealer.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Welcome back. Yakima's Encore Books is hosting its first big event with local authors since it came under new ownership earlier this year. The store will have 9 local authors writing everything from mystery to history on site to sign books this Sunday. That list includes Rob Phillips, Victor Kuski, Derek Wachter, Ben Mayo, Kyle Rasmussen, Dana Pride, Rich Moreno, Joyce Byers-Hill, and Deb Gorman. The new owner, who saved the bookstore from closing earlier this year, said that she's hoping to do signings and other events like this more often.
I think it's really important to support the local authors because they're the ones that are also going to support the local businesses in town, especially small businesses like myself. They're the ones that are at our local bookstores all the time.
The signing will be from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. at Encore Books. Again, that is coming up on Sunday. The new coffee shop at the back of the bookstore of Aventura Coffee will also be open during the event. We still have a lot more news ahead for you in our next half hour. Tremors detected on the surface of the moon, and the issue apparently being caused by what has been left behind. That's new tonight at 6:30. But first, Stacey Lee has our reason to smile.
And today's photo of the day comes to us from Dee Hahn of Walla Walla, and I'm saying happy little clouds, channeling my inner Bob Ross. Blue Mountain Foothills, thank you, Dee, for our reason to smile today. It's all brought to you by West Richland Family Dental and Prime Dental in Pasco. Now, to get your photo on, all you have to do is get outside, snap a pic, and send it to slee@applevalleyNewsNow.com.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Spicy chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
My mom hired a bath fitter to make me a new bath. My friend Jimmy said that when he got a new bath, it took ever. Jimmy didn't have to take a bath for a month. I didn't even get to miss one bath. It's just not fair.
Bathfitter will remodel your bath in as little as 1 day. We've got over 2 million satisfied customers and 35 years experience. Call now or visit bathfitter.com for a free in-home consultation.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
The White Card, a powerful resource for former Hanford and DOE employees. If you worked in the area and have come down with cancer, lung disease, Parkinson's, or renal failure, you may be eligible for financial compensation and healthcare services. A simple phone call can get the process started. Atomic Home Health. Don't wait. Call today.
Another power bill that has you scratching your head? Let Precision Sheet Metal come to the rescue with AeroSeal. AeroSeal is a revolutionary technology that uses aerosol-based duct sealant to actively find and repair all the leaks, cracks, and gaps in your ductwork. How will that help? Improved efficiency, enhanced comfort, improved indoor air quality, and cost savings. Call Precision Sheet Metal today and find out how AeroSeal can make your home the place to be all year long.
A successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process. With Windermere on your side and confidence in your real estate journey.
Honey, that was my brother. Can we bring him dinner tomorrow? He's been having a hard time since his accident.
Of course. I know it's been tough. There's so many costs that his insurance doesn't even cover.
I know. The ramp to his front door, transportation, meal preparation. What if something happens to one of us?
We should plan to sit down soon. We can look through the long-term care benefits that we're earning with WA Cares.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Welcome back. A reminder about this event tomorrow in Walla Walla. The annual Veterans Stand Down runs Saturday from 9 until 2 at VFW Post 992 in Walla Walla. Veterans can get info on VA services and support such as housing, employment, mental health services, and veterans benefits. Lunch will be provided, and pre-registration has already closed, but walk-ins are welcome. If you need more information, you can call the number there on your screen, 509-524-2936. Ask for Wendy Cheng. Power customers could potentially see higher bills. We're talking about that next. Plus, cyber attacks impacting Sin City. The latest on hacker activity that's caused chaos in Vegas. And another deadly float plane crash under investigation in Western Washington tonight. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
Pacific Power says bills for Washington customers are expected to go up by a few dollars a month starting in October. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell spoke to Pacific Power officials today about why that increase is happening and what options you have to help with your bill.
Pacific Power relies on a federal credit from the Bonneville Power Administration Residential Exchange Program to bring customers' bills down.
But the credit gets updated every 2 years. And this year, based on that new calculation, that credit is going down.
Which means bills will be going up.
For just a typical residential customer that has typical energy use, we're looking at about $285 per month. So that's a 2.2% increase.
Or about $34 more a year. And while you can always turn the thermostat down or find other ways to conserve power, there's another way to avoid high bills in the summer and winter.
And that's called equal pay. It averages out throughout the year. And so you know exactly how much you're going to have to pay for each month. So you're not surprised by that.
You can also apply to federal, state, and local programs that will help you pay your power bill. And if you get behind, the company will work with you on payment options.
We're not going to call you and demand payment. So if you get a call from Pacific Power saying you pay in 30 minutes or we're going to turn off your power, that is a scam. We don't threaten our customers. We work with our customers.
If you need help managing your energy costs, you can call Pacific Power at 1-888-221-7070 to get help setting up an equal pay plan or finding local resources to help you make those payments. Reporting, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, Pacific Power has submitted the proposed changes to the Washington Utilities and Transportation Commission. If approved, they would go into effect on October 1st. And we are still feeling that summer-like weather, but we're talking about a big change ahead. Stacey Lee joins us now with a look ahead to your weekend.
It is the last hurrah of summer and a beautiful night. Take a look on our Legends Casino Skycam, Columbia Point in Richland. 88 degrees, nice and sunny, clear. Again, great view of Badger Mountain behind me. 5-mile-an-hour winds, that is. Our feels like temp at 84 and our sunset at 7:08. So again, the last final weekend of summer. Temperatures elsewhere around the region, 82 in Ellensburg. We're down to 85 now in Yakima, 87 in Toppenish. A nice warm evening. Still 88 in Pendleton and a cooler 82 in Dayton. Let's take a look at around the area. Click the button. There we go. Plan your day tomorrow. Again, a little cool out the door. Tri-Cities and Walla Walla will be in the 50s there. Even those 40s, 49 overnight in Tri-Cities. Temperatures in the mid-80s by noon. And then take a look. We'll be at the 90s by 4. If you're hitting the road this weekend, it's going to be pretty pleasant in Seattle with temperatures in the 70s. Again, starting to see those clouds coming in on Sunday into the Portland area. Again, it's going to start getting overcast there on Sunday, but looking great on Saturday. And if you're heading up to Spokane, well, roller coaster of temperatures there from the 80s to the 90s back to the 80s and a little bit of overcast conditions. Quick look at your 7-day planner. The summer weather's here. A cool down begins on Monday and then a big cool down as we head towards the week. I'll get to more with your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. We saw mass demonstrations Thursday evening in Seattle in reaction to recorded comments by a Seattle police officer recorded earlier this year saying that a woman struck and killed by a patrol car had, quote, limited value. Demonstrators want the officer who hit the woman and the Seattle Police Department to be held accountable. That Seattle police officer, while speeding to a call, struck and killed 23-year-old Janavi Kandula in a crosswalk in January. Another officer was recorded by a body camera speaking insensitively and laughing about what happened. That's triggered reactions across Seattle and all the way to the Consulate General of India. Natalie Swaby has an update.
Community members say they want justice for Janvi Kandula.
I was heartbroken. I was disgusted.
Those words after a week that started with the Seattle Police Department releasing this.
I think she went up on the hood, hit the windshield, then when he hit the brakes, flew off the car. But she is dead.
A body-worn camera captures the voice of Detective Daniel Otterer one day after this 23-year-old graduate student was struck and killed by another officer's squad car as he was responding to an emergency, traveling 74 miles per hour, nearly 3 times the speed limit. Otterer, the vice president of the Seattle Police Officers Guild, reportedly on a phone call with union president Mike Solon, appears to talk about what might happen if the victim's family sued the department.
Yeah, just write a check. Yeah, $11,000. She was 26 anyway. She had limited value.
In response, Governor Jay Inslee said it's hard to think of more hurtful things to say to magnify the scope of an already terrible tragedy than what is said in that video.
What the community wants, what the police commission wants is a culture change at SPD.
Joel Merkel is with the Seattle Community Police Commission.
The most important thing is that the investigation is done fair and impartially.
After he said she's dead and he laughs, it's haunting me.
Dipali Jamwal owns a dance studio a block from where the fatal collision happened.
I just want everyone to come together and fight for justice for Janvi. She was one of us, and this feels too close to home.
That was Natalie Swaby reporting. The Consulate General of India, where Kanjula is from, commented on social media, calling these reports troubling, saying it has brought up the issue with Seattle and with Washington state officials, along with senior officials in Washington, D.C., to investigate further. Meanwhile, Northeastern University, where Kanjula was studying as a graduate student at the Seattle campus, will award her degree posthumously and present it to her family. Tonight, another deadly float plane crash is under investigation in western Washington. This plane crashed into Lake Sammamish just east of Bellevue this morning. Police say one person on board the plane died. Another was rushed to the hospital in critical condition. It's very unusual for a float plane to crash on the water, but we know it did happen just over 1 year ago, also in western Washington. In that case, a much larger float plane crashed off the coast of Whidbey Island, killing 10 people. On Capitol Hill tonight, lawmakers are trying to stave off a potential government shutdown. The current budget runs out at the end of this month, and as has become the usual, we're now just about 2 weeks from that deadline, with some lawmakers on both sides now saying they think a shutdown is inevitable. Now, we've often seen Congress vote on a continuing resolution, which basically just extends their deadline at the last minute. But this time around, it does appear that lawmakers might not even be able to agree on that. Meanwhile, the IRS has frozen a pandemic-era employer tax benefit. That amid rising concerns about improper employee retention credit claims. The agency is investigating nearly $3 billion in possibly fraudulent claims. The IRS says there are growing reports of ineligible claims that puts companies at risk for scams. Officials say this move is temporary, but it will remain in place through the end of the year. And Las Vegas continues to work to resolve issues after hotels and casinos were struck with a cyber attack. Today, there's new details into how hackers breached the systems. That hack crippling MGM properties for a week. That includes the Bellagio and the MGM Grand, causing room key cards, slot machines, and ATMs to not work at nearly a dozen resorts and casinos on the Strip. ABC's Melissa Adant is tracking that.
The Las Vegas Strip recovering from a massive cyber attack that caused havoc in Sin City.
It's definitely been a pain, yeah. Like it's not as fun as I've had in Vegas in the past.
MGM properties under siege since Sunday. Lines through the lobby of hotels like the Bellagio backed up, guests manually checked in, ATMs unusable, and at the slot machines, attendants paying people out with cash, guests frustrated.
Anywhere from 15 minutes up to an hour, people are having to wait, just totally dependent on, the situation of with the staffing they had.
ABC's Mola Lengi on the floor of the MGM casino.
Teams of MGM staffers are roaming the casino floor, paying people their cash winnings by hand, since so many of these machines are not paying out of the way that they're supposed to, and there are countless more that aren't even working.
Cybersecurity analysts tell ABC News they believe a ransomware group known as Scattered Spider is responsible for the MGM attack.
They figured out who worked at MGM, and they decided to call into the IT help desk and pretend that they were one of the existing employees.
It's not just Vegas. MGM casinos and hotels across the country, like in Atlantic City, New Jersey, are also dealing with outages. Caesars says they were also the victim of a cyber attack prior to the MGM incident. They are offering their customers credit monitoring and identity theft protection.
Because this is such a high-profile heist, if they get away with this, it really is going to open the door for these really kind of spectacular attacks against American businesses.
That was ABC's Melissa Adant reporting. MGM says they're continuing to work diligently to resolve the cybersecurity issue as casinos are working with police and the FBI to figure out the nature of the attack. Now to the strike impacting the entertainment industry. Talks could resume next week. Both the Writers Guild and the alliance representing Hollywood studios announced they would return to negotiations. That after the Writers Guild reached out to the studios this week. The stalemate has been going on since May, and issues include the number of writers employed on shows, residuals from streaming, and how to handle artificial intelligence. This is one of the longest strikes in the history of the Writers Guild, and it is the reason that you may have noticed so many shows have been in reruns for months now. The SpaceX rocket known as Starship could get clearance to launch from the FAA by October. It's been grounded since an explosion during a test launch last spring in Texas. The FAA recently announced it completed its safety inspection into the blast and required SpaceX to take corrective actions. The FAA says those actions will have to pass an environmental review, which again could conclude by next month. The Walla Walla Valley is home to a brand new Chipotle restaurant, the only one in the franchise for about 40 miles. The new location is at 1715 Southeast Meadowbrook Street in College Place. The restaurant has been bustling since it opened on Thursday. It features the brand's signature Chipotlane, which is a drive-through pickup lane that allows customers to pick up digital orders without having to get out of the car. The restaurant is hiring and it's open every day from 10:45 a.m. to 10 p.m. It's shaping up to be a big weekend in college football. We have a preview of the action you can expect to see this weekend coming up. Plus, the Cougs get back on the field tomorrow, this time facing an opponent they've only played once before. And it's looking like a hot weekend ahead. We're talking about tailgating, when you can expect to feel more like fall. Stacey Lee is tracking your first alert forecast next on Apple Valley News Now at 6:30.
Operation Best Friend on Good Morning Northwest, sponsored by Windermere Group 1.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Follow the allure of mystical money at Legends Casino Hotel, where we're giving away $30,000 every Thursday in September. Magically earn entries by using your Legends Rewards card when playing your favorite slot machines, and you could be destined to win $3,000, $8,000, or $10,000 every Thursday in September. It doesn't take winged sandals to get here. Just get here for $120,000 in mystical money, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
For real? Missing kickoff? Not on my watch. Ultima's fuel efficient VC turbo engine hustles like an MVP. Game on.
Drive the Nissan Altima. Get a low $329 per month lease on Altima or get 0% financing for 36 months on the Altima SRVC Turbo.
It's a factory-authorized clearance at Blue Compass RV. Before the 24s arrive, every 23 must go. Every reasonable offer will be accepted. All 23s come with an exclusive 1-year VIP membership to RV Complete. A $5,000 value only Blue Compass can provide. If you've ever dreamed of owning a new RV, now is your time. Every 23 must go at the factory-authorized clearance only at Blue Compass RV.
The Labor Day sale has been extended at Walker's Furniture. And that means some of the biggest savings of the year. Or 5 years no interest financing. So you can get it today and pay for it later during these final days of savings at Walker's.
Time for a new roof? Let Eminent Roofing replace it with a product so good you'll never have to replace it again. Our roofs come with the limited lifetime warranty. Never replace your roof again. Plus, receive $1,000 off your new siding project for new construction as well as remodels. So if it's time for a new roof or siding, let Eminent Roofing replace it with our certified installers.
Because when it's all said and done, this is the sign you'll want in your yard.
Here, freshly made grizzly bear tracks. Survival, it's not guaranteed. Good thing I got my Ford Bronco Sport, because it goes over any terrain.
Get a great deal on a Bronco Sport, only at your local Ford dealer.
Carl's Jr.'s new Big Char Chili Burger is big on charbroiled flavor, big on smoky sweet heat with a whole charred Anaheim chili, and big on savings with the Big Char Chili Combo for just $7.99.
Welcome back. The Cougs play in Pullman again tomorrow, this time facing off against the Northern Colorado Bears. WSU still celebrating last week's win over Wisconsin. Now, according to ESPN, Washington State has a 99% chance of beating Northern Colorado. The Cougs and the Bears have only met once before. That was back in 2019, with Washington State winning 59-17. Kickoff for this week's game is set for 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. For more on week 3 of college football, we go to ESPN's Reese Davis and Desmond Howard with a preview of all the action.
College game day in one of the most picturesque settings in all of college football in Boulder for Colorado State. That's on ESPN late Saturday night. But Desmond, 3 games on ABC, starting with Florida State at Boston College.
Tell you what, this is an interesting game because I heard that the wind is going to be like maybe 25 miles per hour up there for this game. Boston College is a red bandana game, meaning they're going to come out, a lot of emotion, but Florida State, they have so many weapons on the offense. Keon Coleman, transfer from Michigan State, is having an exceptional year so far. I think that Florida State will overwhelm them in the fourth quarter.
3:30 Eastern time. Alabama's on the road at USF. Wouldn't be surprised to see Alabama maybe take a different approach at quarterback this week.
I wouldn't either, especially after the game Jalen Milroe had last week against Texas. Very dangerous dual threat quarterback, but when it comes to sitting in the pocket, executing the offense, he's not that great. This is exactly what Alabama needs. Coming off of that Texas loss, playing against USF, they'll get back on track.
And then prime time on ABC, the backyard brawl, separated by about 80 miles, Pitt and West Virginia.
Oh, man, I was looking forward to this game, but then Pitt lost to Cincinnati last week, so Narduzzi, he had some very intense film sessions this week. Phil Jurkovec, the quarterback, I think he's going to have an outstanding game. Pitt will bounce back and beat West Virginia.
On the road.
Yes, sir.
It would not be almost heaven in Morgantown if that's the case. Great day of games on ABC.
Now for the NFL, the Seahawks are headed to Michigan visiting the Detroit Lions this weekend. That game is coming up Sunday at 10 a.m. Then we have Monday Night Football for you here on ABC. It's the Browns versus the Steelers Monday evening. We'll bring you Apple Valley News Now early on Monday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Then we'll have a special edition of the news coming up after the game.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And since football season is here, let's talk about that Cougs game. If you are heading out to Pullman Martin Stadium, it's going to be a great game. Look at these temperatures outside. Again, at kickoff, we're expecting the temps at 85, halftime at 87. So on the warm side, you want to stay hydrated. Drive home, though, 84 degrees. So perfect day for a little tailgating there in Pullman at Martin Stadium. It's going to be a great game. So there you go. Here's what things are looking like here in town. Dust Devils, Skycam, Giesa Stadium, 88 degrees right now. It feels like temp of 84. Winds are at 5 miles per hour. Our sunset, 7:08, 2 minutes down from yesterday. Let's take a look at temperatures elsewhere around the area. Again, still very warm this evening. Look at the Dalles at 92 degrees right now. We could break some records in some of these regions because typically we're in the lower 80s. So we will be watching that for record-breaking temps again. Dayton at 80 degrees, Walla Walla 85, 84 in Prosser, and 82 right now in Ellensburg. Satellite and radar combined. Again, we have clear skies, that ridge of high pressure. The only activity we're seeing out is way out in the Pacific again, gathering up that cold air. It's going to bring a cold front right into our region. You'll start seeing that late Sunday as those clouds move over the Cascade Mountains into the eastern part of the state, and then we'll see those temperatures really start to drop as we move into the latter part of next week. Now, we've been tracking breezy and gusty winds all week, especially here in Ellensburg, Yakima, and the Dalles, but things are looking great tonight wind-wise. Very calm throughout the area, and again, we'll continue to see pretty calm winds. A little breezy up at the Hanford Reach. I know we have a lot of people out salmon fishing right now, so a little bit windy up that way, but overall, it's going to be a nice weekend as far as winds go. Now, when we will see those winds start to pick up is Sunday, and you'll see that here in the Columbia Basin, foothills of the Blues. As the day goes on and the evening comes, we'll see those winds start to pick up a little later as that cold front moves across the Cascades to the eastern portion of the state. Our temperature trend for the next 24 hours, again, we get down in the cool zone around 3 a.m. in Yakima. You'll be heating up gradually to the upper 80s, close to 90 in the afternoon, but check it out. Nice clear skies all the way through. Chilly tonight, 3 a.m. to 6. Going to be a little bit cold in the Tri-Cities tonight. You'll quickly jump up to 59, and then we'll be up to close to 90 or about 91 for the daytime high. Starry night. Take a look outside. It's going to be good sleeping weather with those temperatures nice and cool. 52 in Yakima, 49 in Sunnyside and Ellensburg, Cle Elum 48. Moving into the Columbia Basin, Prosser 51 as well as Hermiston. The cooler side is Tri-Cities at 49, and we'll see 50 degrees overnight in Connell. Looking at the foothills of the Blues, flus. Again, those temperatures in the 50s with the cool spot Pendleton. Tomorrow's daytime highs again up there. Could be the last time we see those 90s for the rest of this year. 90 in Toppenish, 91 in Prosser, Tri-Cities, 92 Walla Walla, 93 in Dayton. Let's plan your day tomorrow. Again, if you've got sports outside, a little cool for those early morning activities, but quickly warming up. So you'll probably want to bring umbrella and definitely stay hydrated. I know my daughter's got a couple of soccer games to attend herself. So in Walla Walla, again, a cool start, but will quickly warm up into the 80s and 90s by the midday in the afternoon. And in Yakima, those temperatures pretty similar. So a quick look at your short-term forecast. Again, those temperatures nice and warm with a big drop off on Monday. Same thing here in the Columbia Basin, a 10 degrees difference from Saturday into Monday. And in Walla Walla, look for those cloudy skies and breezy winds on Sunday. Your full 7-day planning forecast, it's coming up here in just a few minutes. Alyssa?
Does your bath or shower need a remodel? Bathfitter can do it all. We will remove your existing fiberglass tub or shower and replace it with a custom crafted shower or soaker tub. All made in America at our state-of-the-art factory. We rebuild your walls with new drywall and install a custom-made tub or shower with seamless walls in as little as 1 day. All work is guaranteed and built to last. Call your locally owned Bathfitter store now to book your free in-home estimate or visit bathfitter.com.
Okay, thanks for visiting. Bye, Alice.
I'm stuck.
Not funny anymore. Yes, it is.
Wait, guys, the Mesozoic times are boring and have 0 rad attractions. Triple play is fun. I want to stay here.
Of course you can stay. Oh, fantastic. We won't regret this.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, like bowling, Raptor Reef Indoor Water Park, and a brand new zip line ride, all attached to a cozy hotel.
She's on the logo already. Marketers are the worst.
Wish you had help getting things done. Same. So I got Spectrum One. It's fast internet, unlimited mobile, and advanced Wi-Fi, all for a great price. Spectrum helps me run all this easily. Work, bust. Treat dispenser, treating. And since I'm always on this, unlimited mobile is a no-brainer.
Get Spectrum Internet for $49.99 a month plus advanced Wi-Fi and your first line of unlimited mobile free for 12 months. Call 833-802-4999 or visit spectrum.com today.
Vegas action is closer than you think. The fun is waiting for you at Nob Hill Casino. Come in and pull up a chair at your choice of blackjack, Pai Gow, Heads Up Hold'em, or High Card Flush and play with the friendliest dealers in town. Join our Players Club to take your game to the next level and earn rewards for food, bowling, prizes, and cash. There's always a spot for you at Nob Hill Casino where the locals play.
There once was a famed country music philosopher named Joe Diffie who said, if it weren't for trucks, we wouldn't have tailgates. So this got me thinking, if we didn't have tailgates, we wouldn't have tailgate parties. And I'm pretty sure if we didn't have tailgate parties, we probably wouldn't have football. And if we didn't have football, well anyway, I'm just thankful for tailgates, that's all. Here's to a great tailgate season. Come see us today and feel the power of Pingree.
Come home to flooring for the whole family at Great Floors. Elevate your space with beautiful flooring for the whole family, including the 4-legged ones. Great Floors offers a large selection of Shaw Pet Perfect flooring with exclusive discounts. Shop carpet, laminate, and hardwood at Great Floors. Ask about exclusive Great Floors 12-month financing options. Visit a showroom today and live life on Great Floors.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
Well, we are 1 week from the official start of fall. Cold and flu season is just around the corner. And while those illnesses typically spread in October, cases in the United States have already started to rise. The concern this year is distinguishing between COVID, RSV, the flu, and then just the common cold. So if you're trying to do that, pay attention to how the symptoms start.
RSV and COVID are more gradual usually in symptom onset and may start with a runny nose and then progress to other symptoms.
So RSV case numbers are rising in the southern United States. We're seeing small increases in parts of the west and the middle of the country.
Loss of appetite is classically something that we associate with RSV, but of course, loss of appetite can be associated with a lot of other infections as well.
So RSV symptoms could include things like a cough, sneezing, fever, and wheezing, this trouble breathing. There are also updated COVID vaccines along with flu shots and a new shot to protect against RSV. A spacecraft the United States left on the moon could be causing quakes on the lunar surface. The craft from the Apollo 17 mission in 1972 sits a few hundred yards away from instruments recording those small tremors. The analysis offers new insight into how the moon responds to its surroundings and what can impact its seismic activities. By the way, these quakes are not dangerous. People standing on the lunar surface wouldn't likely even feel them. The analysis is published in the Journal of Geophysical Research Planets. You're watching Apple Valley News Now. We'll have a final check on your earthly forecast next.
Spicy chicken McNuggets, breaded in tempura and made with cayenne, are just the right amount of fire emoji, chili emoji, grinning face with sweat emoji, and wouldn't it be double fire emoji if they came back? Spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Are you looking for a bank that has traditional values and modern solutions? Are you looking for a bank that is member-owned? Are you looking for a bank that leaves a lasting impact on the community? I've got news for you. You're not looking for a bank. Belong to something better. Join Hapo Community Credit Union, where you are more than just a member. Visit hapo.org to join today. Where do you credit union?
Now's the time to get a great deal on select Kubota equipment. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience in the U.S., they offer the versatility and reliability to get the job done right, all year round. Right now at participating dealers, get a Kubota compact tractor for 0 down, 0% APR for 84 months.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at gokubota.com.
An accident can shatter your life. The award-winning team at Tamaki Law can put your life back together.
I'm attorney Jeff Kreutz.
And I'm attorney Megan Changaroya.
Thank you, Tri-Cities, for voting us Best Personal Injury and Best Overall Law Firm.
We are so honored and grateful to serve this amazing community.
If you've been seriously injured, call the law firm that has served Central Washington for 30 years. Call Tamaki Law and get your life back.
Have you tried to reach your internet company lately?
Your wait time will be 45 minutes.
At Washington Broadband, we have techs right here in Yakima, so you have a friend to help you through your technology issues. We even have after-hours help.
Washington Broadband, how can I help you?
In this difficult time when every other business is raising their prices, we still haven't in 28 years of serving Yakima, not even fuel charges. We will be your consistent local internet. Washington Broadband, your original hometown source to the world.
Thank you for getting groceries, Mika.
Of course. Happy to help. Will Medicare cover any of these bills?
I thought it would, but it doesn't.
We'll get through this. I will always be here for you.
I know. But what about you? I don't ever want you to be in this situation.
Don't worry, Dad. With WA Cares, I'm earning long-term care benefits with each paycheck. That money will be there when I need it.
Find out how the WA Cares Fund can help.
If something's missing in your morning without a McDonald's breakfast, then try a new bagel sandwich. With fluffy egg, melty cheese, and your choice of a steak patty with grilled onion or bacon or sausage, well, those will fill the void deliciously. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Portions of Apple Valley News Now, sponsored by Lord's Health and Trios Health, making communities healthier.
All right, one final look at our weather. It's final weekend of summer. Soak in those last few summer days. We have officially, we'll start fall on Friday night. So again, there it is, Alyssa. I think I'm going to be planning on getting my warm clothes out this weekend.
Yeah, that 20-degree drop is going to feel really chilly out there.
That is.
All right, thanks, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleyNewsNow.com.